running late. We apologize for that, but you know it's just the way it is. We're from Pennsylvania. We made quick time though to make it to Jersey.
Oh, we got the real deal here.
Yeah,
we got all
Johnny
the rest
Cornell.
of the guys. Johnny Cornell's cars are. Now, what do you think about these wingless cars?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out in a little bit. We're gonna go over and talk to them. This is my first shot actually seeing one.
Ah,
You know, so
well, they're pretty neat cars, man.
Yeah.
I mean, your boy actually drove one of these things and fell in love with it. So.
yeah, we my buddy Eric there, so he gives a shout out. He liked it. It's a little tight,
Well, it wasn't made for him. It was
Yeah.
somebody else's car. That's pretty much how you drive it. You know, last year when we were here, we got some special guests. Maybe the Sarge will come this year.
Well,
What do you think?
let's see. We had the Sarge, we had Brittany Force, we had Robert Height, and Mr. John Force himself.
Yep, and now we got Johnny Cornell. Johnny,
got
come
Johnny
on
Cornell.
over here, buddy. Whip
So,
wants to talk to you.
Yeah. So let me turn this on. All right, is this thing on? Does that work? No. There we go. All right. Hey, Johnny, thank you first of all for bringing your car out. What are you thinking of this new series?
It's great. It's affordable. It's fast. It's fun. I'm really excited that the USAC guys are here. A couple of them saw a car go in reverse, and they kind of
freaked out.
Kind of freaked out down there, but you know that's our deal. And I love everything about these cars. You know, they're a good deal. They're affordable, and you can come have fun for under $20,000.
And just think about this. 15 years ago, you were running a 270 micro sprint.
It's kind of come back around. These things are obviously a lot different than anything that I've been in. Asphalt modifieds, dirt modifieds, quarter midgets, micro sprints. But it's pretty cool. I always like the sprint cars, and who doesn't want to run a wingless sprint car?
Right. And can you take anything from your modified experience here and translate it over to the open wheel sprint cars?
A little bit with these cars, since we don't have a 410 cubic inch motor like the USAC guys do. So, the cars, we don't have the wheel spin. We don't get them as sideways and pop wheelies like these guys are going to do tonight. But, you're more or less on the right rear like a modified. It's not like a traditional wing sprint car where it's squatted on the left rear. And knowing this place as well as I do, I think it comes into my benefit sometimes. I know how the track's going to work, and it's pretty cool.
And this is kind of like a new team from the beginning of the season that you started out with, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. At the beginning of the year, I was funding,
Your own gig.
my own gig, and we were in the 87 car. And then a couple weeks ago, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, Fred Boston, guy who owns the New Jersey Speedway, he gave me a call and asked me if I wanted to take an opportunity that I couldn't pass up and drive the 323 car. And we're in the 323 OV Wingless Sprint, and I'll also be in the 323 OV TQ Midget for all the indoor stuff this year.
Oh, all right. Well, so give us a little crash course. I mean, what is we looking at with this race car? Pretty much.
Pretty much you're looking at a wingless sprint car. It's not until you take the hood off that there's a crate engine in it, which keeps your costs down. We have pumps and pulleys on the front of the motor as like a belt-driven fuel pump and stuff like that. Because you can run it off the back of the cam, or you can run it off the front of the motor. We utilize an alternator to keep the rev box because we have a chip. It's just like your modern day crate, sportsman modifieds. So we have a carburetor instead of fuel injectors. We have a crate engine, and then when it changes big time is when you get to the firewall. What happens at the firewall is there's two options. You can either buy a firewall, a Burt transmission, and a starter right from Burt, who builds transmissions for modifieds and late models. Everybody knows what Burt is. Or we have an adapter made that you can take a modern day modified transmission, bolt it up to a bell housing, and put it in the car. It has a starter, and they self-start, low gear, high gear, reverse. And the only other thing that really changes is the length of the torque tube, which is your, from talking to all the sprint car guys, that's your drive angle. But since we don't have the wheel speed and, the horsepower of a full-blown sprint car, it actually helps the cars handle better because we don't have as much drive, so we're not hooked up bogging motors down. Without the drive, it makes the crate motor and everything kind of right into play, and it's like a perfect deal.
Great. Well, hey, thank you for bringing it out. Thanks for coming out for Little Andre's meet and greet here at New York Speedway. We really appreciate it. That's fun tonight.
Thanks for coming out. Hope we have a great race back and a great night racing.
All right, here we go. All right, folks, we ain't stopping now. We're cruising over here. Mr. Brady Bacon, what's going on, sir?
Just coming over here to see my wife and daughter real quick before we get started for the night. See how everyone's doing up here.
Now, you checking out this sprint car here, this thing goes in reverse.
Yeah, we got one part next to us. And I was kind of wondering how that worked, but yeah, he said they had a Burt transmission and stuff like a modified.
So, what are you thinking of that? You think it could take off, a vision like that?
Oh yeah, there's places for stuff like that, introductory, entry level stuff for people to get started in sprint cars, and you know, it usually leads to, you know, moving up into other stuff. I've heard some other rumors about some other non-wing sprint car series kind of starting to get going up here in the Northeast. So it seems to be the Eastern Storm kind of seems to be